Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal. Today I'm going to show you how to create this makeup look. It's a neutral color. So I hope you guys keep watching and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I need my coffee. So I'm going to start for my eyebrows and I'm going to go ahead and trace the bottom part of my eyebrow, then the top. I'm going to use this Anastasia pomade and it's a soft brown. I'm gonna use one of these. It has like the brush at the end, and then this one right here, like a flat. And when I grab some of the product, I'm just gonna go ahead and I already did it, but I like to do this so it could be more sharp. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my eyebrow. So I did the bottom part, trace it, get some more. And we're just gonna go ahead and brush down. Now we're gonna trace that top part. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend this part up and then this part down. Okay, so now that it looks like that, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush and I'm gonna do the same. Now we're gonna start blending out just a tiny bit, like if we were gonna have a unibrow or something like that. So you see, it looks messy, but it's okay because we're still gonna clean it up. And kind of miss a spot right there, so if you miss any spots, don't worry, you can always fix it. And we're just gonna go ahead and line it up one time in that spot that I missed. And you just want to make sure you shaded it. So there we go. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one and then we're gonna clean them up. Okay, so here I already did this eyebrow and I already cleaned it up with foundation. You could clean it up with either foundation or if you prefer using concealer, that's fine. I use this right here. It's the Revlon Color Stay 24 Hour and it's in the porcelain shade. I like to use any foundation personally because it works better for me than concealer. I don't know. I don't know if it's the correct way. It's just the way I like to do it and it works for me. But you could use concealer if you prefer that. So I already put my primer. I'm using this one right here. It's the Touch in Soul. And I actually got this one in the BoxyCharm subscription that I had. So this is what I used and I already left it on for like 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I like to clean my eyebrow with the foundation. So it could look perfectly and not messy. So I use one of these. So I already put the foundation and I'm gonna go ahead and lift up my eyebrow and clean here first and then the top part. So I start slowly from the front as you see and then go to the back. And then you could just blend this part towards the bottom. Okay, so I just missed one spot. I'm just gonna add a little bit more till you get the results that you want. There we go. Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did right here to the top part. So there you go. So once you're like satisfied that they look almost the same, you could just leave it. And then for the top part, we're not gonna blend down. We're gonna start blending up. Just blend to the top till you get your results. So there we go. They kind of look the same, but it's okay. They don't have to look exactly the same because their, you know, eyebrows are never the same. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these sponges. Let me show you, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the Anastasia pomade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out just to give it a final touch to your eyebrows. And there's one more thing after this that I like to do to my eyebrows, but that one is not till like the end, till we finish working with all of our face. So as you see, I have pretty dark circles like in my eyes, so I like to cover those. And for those I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild concealer. I prefer using this kind of concealers, not the liquid ones. I don't know why, I'm just used to using this, but you can use the concealer that you prefer. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. Like that. And I'm gonna do the same to the top part. I'm gonna apply a little bit here. I don't really have spots like that. It's just my dark circles, as you see. So I'm just gonna leave my cheeks like that because I don't see any spots. But if you prefer, you could also put a little bit in here to give it a nice touch, and then that way you don't have to add too much foundation when you do it. So I like to blend the concealer using my hand. I feel like if I use a sponge doing the concealer part, it takes like most of the product, so it doesn't make sense to me. I like to use it without foundation, but not with the concealer. So maybe because it's not the liquid one. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue using my hand, and make sure you blend pretty well. You want to make sure it looks neat, so whenever you put your whenever you apply your foundation, you won't lose your you know, it will start looking like cakey or something. So we don't want that. So once you get your results, we're gonna start using our foundation. So I'm gonna use the same one that I showed you guys, Revlon right here. I'm gonna apply it in my hand. And now we're gonna go ahead and use our sponge, and just make sure you spray it with setting spray, because I don't like to use setting spray at the end. I just like to use it in the sponge. That way it stays. And little by little, we get our foundation. And we start doing like circular movements, applying it. Apply it in your nose. Just make sure you apply it all over your face. So we want to apply a little bit here, like in our neck, so our face won't look so like white, and then our neck so dark. We want to make sure we blend colors. But don't worry if your face looks more white, because we still gonna do like some contour kind of. So it should be equal. And I like to apply it like with my eyes closed like this. It's okay if it gets in your eyelashes, because we're still gonna use mascara, or you could just apply the fake lashes. I don't know if I'm gonna use fake lashes, but I might. Let's just continue and see. So I want to make sure I cover my dark circles, which they're pretty heavy, so not sure if I'll be able to cover them 100%. But you know, try. And then we just do the middle to make sure we don't get like a unibrow. So make sure we just do it all over our face. And once we do this, we're just gonna go ahead and go on the next step. So once you're done with your foundation, we're gonna go ahead and use like a tan light brown for our transition color for our eyeshadow. This one right here, I also got it in the BoxyCharm, and it's True Glam Bra makeover kit, and it's like light brown. It comes with the little brush right here. It's actually for the eyebrows, but I don't use it for my eyebrows because I like using the Anastasia pomade. And then it comes with a brow gel. I'm gonna use these at the end, and I'm gonna use one of this fluffy brush for the transition color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this middle color right here. You could use any product you have that looks similar to this color. It doesn't matter which brand you use. You could use your choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at the edge of my eye, and that's in the bottom of my eyebrow. I'm gonna go ahead and start like little by little, patting it and blending it towards the middle part. This is, don't forget, this is our transition color, so we want to make sure we start little by little, so it won't look, so our eyeshadow won't look like messy and harsh. So then make sure you get it in all spots. Kind of like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing to my other eye. Okay, so here I have both eyes. And I'm gonna start using this palette. It's Butter London. And we're gonna go ahead and use the Queen color right here. And a brush. And we're just gonna go ahead, pat it on both sides. It's like a shimmery tan brown. I don't know if you could. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying it, starting like in the middle part where we did our transition. Right there. And we're gonna start putting it little by little, starting at the edge and also taking towards the middle part. Then we want to blend like once towards up, so it could be a little bit on top of our transition color. We're gonna apply a little bit more product the same way. And then you want to put a little bit here in this edge at the beginning of your eye. Okay. So now we're gonna start using this Diva color from the same palette, and this brush. It's like it has like to the side, and you're gonna apply it at the bottom part right here and here. You see it's a little more like yellowish goldish kind of. And it's okay if you mess up here because we're still gonna put our powder. There we go. And now we're gonna go ahead and use our foundation with the same brush that I used for cleaning my eyebrow. And we're gonna start acting like if we're gonna build a crease, but we're not gonna build a crease. We're just gonna start a crease, but then we're gonna stop the crease before we get to the middle part. And it doesn't have to be a perfect crease because we're gonna actually blend the colors. This is just so it could stay longer. So I'm gonna use that little brush that came with the eyebrow kit. And I'm gonna use the same palette that I've been using, but we're gonna use this color right here. It's the Enchantress color, and it's like a creamy, shimmery color. So we're gonna apply it like this. And we're gonna go ahead using our brush this way, like this. We're gonna apply, giving little touches. And that's just so this is gonna be like the light of your natural look. Neutral. Didn't say natural because makeup ain't natural at all. But yeah. You see? So now, this is the hardest part coming that you don't want to mess up too much. We're going to use one of these brushes. And I'm going to use this dark brown right here. So we just want to make sure we pat a little bit, like at the tip. and we're gonna apply at the edge. Kind of giving it a little bit of smoky in there. And we're gonna start applying, taking it towards that middle part. Little by little, pretty gentle. We don't want to mess up our look. And it's okay if we did this because we're still gonna fix this. So we want to apply a little bit more. And we're just gonna bring it a little bit towards the top. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, so as you see, I already did this eye, and I also applied my eyeliner, and I cleaned it up and did the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna show you how to clean this one right here and do it just like this one. So I'm gonna apply this color right here. It's like a creamy color, and I'm gonna use this brush. It's like a blending brush, but not fluffy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat it a little, and I'm gonna start putting it like on the bottom of my eyebrow to kind of lose a little, you know, that harsh color right there. So you just gotta blend as much as you can. The more you blend, the better it comes out. And then we're gonna go ahead and use our brush, and we're just gonna blend pretty slowly here to do it just like this one towards the top. So there we go. So now we're just gonna go ahead and use the brush that we use for our foundation or concealer, and then we're just gonna clean up the edge. Just like that. So when we apply our eyeliner, it doesn't look so messy. Our eyeliner has to be like in the inner part. From this line that you see right here, our eyeliner has to be inside that part, covering it up, like dividing it. So for the eyeliner, I used LA Colors any black liquid eyeliner, or you could use your favorite eyeliner, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use this one right now, and I start in the beginning of my eye, making like a little line. And I'm not gonna do it too thick because I like to thicken it out little by little. And I like to start thin and then just, you know, do it a little thicker as we go. As you see, it's getting thicker. And then once we get to like that part right there, I like to start doing my wing. Like I said, we're gonna do it in that line. And then we're just gonna bring this down. as you see, and then we're just gonna shade it in. So just give it an extra touch till you shade everything in. There you go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry, and then we're gonna go to our mascara. So first I'm gonna use one of these to curl my lashes. As you see, this one I did it already. So we're gonna curl it, press and hold, and you make sure the bottom lashes don't get in it. Okay, you can't see it, my lashes are pretty blonde, but they're pretty long, even my bottom ones. So for mascara, I only like to use Mexican mascara. I'm gonna use this one right here, and it has aceite de mamey. I don't know how is that called in English. It's the oil of mamey. I don't know what's mamey. I really don't, but I like to use it, and I usually just use, Mexican mascaras. They work better for me. I don't know. It has like more natural ingredients in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one coat for the top. And then we're just gonna keep doing it until we get the result that we want. And if you're gonna use fake lashes, I do recommend you to just use like one coat on the top, and then you could use two coats on the bottom. If you're just gonna leave it with mascara, you could use two coats on top and two on the bottom. So for me, I am gonna use the lashes. So I'm just gonna do one coat on top, and then I'm still gonna do two coats in the bottom. This is how I do my lashes from the bottom. I don't really go like this. I usually go like this, but also pushing it so they could, be kind of fluffy. That's one coat. There we have it. And now we're just gonna go ahead and apply our lashes. Okay guys, so I already applied my lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and use my powder, the CoverGirl one. And you could use any powder you like. I'm gonna use the same sponge that comes with the powder. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply it all over my face, except here, just so it could set up the foundation and the concealer that I was using. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply this, just like that. And I'm not a big fan of doing like the whole contour thing in the face with the foundation, with the liquids and stuff. I don't really like to do that. I don't know, but that's just personal me. I like to use powders instead to contour, and it's just more simple to me and faster. You can do it as you like. So for the powders here, I'm gonna use this shimmery tan, and then this tan right here. I'm gonna mix those two colors with a brush like this, with a contour brush, and I'm just gonna keep pressing on both. I'm gonna start with the brush like this, towards up, from bottom to up. Okay. See that? So I'm gonna keep doing that. And then I'm just gonna go do the same thing to my other cheek. Okay, so now I'm gonna do use those same two colors, and we're gonna apply a little bit in our forehead. It's just so our face won't look so white, and then people be looking so white from their face, and then you know the neck all dark. So we don't want that. So we're just gonna try to put this color a little like that in our foreheads, and then we're just gonna add a little bit here. So there you go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use a squared brush. It's a flat squared kind of big brush, and I'm gonna use those same two colors for the nose. Do a line like that, and you're gonna do it on both sides. Like that. And I just like to put a little bit in my chin, so you could just go like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the bottom of the sponge to blend down. It's not gonna be like perfect, kind of like that. So now we're just gonna go ahead and use our powder again, and we're just gonna go ahead and clean up a little. On both sides. And just touch your nose in that part. So we're gonna use a brush like that, just to mix the colors. And like that. So there we have it. We're gonna start using our highlighter. For the highlighter, I'm using that same one right there, but this color right here. So I'm gonna use this brush. You can use any brush like this for the highlighter, and then I just like to apply it on. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other cheek, and I apply some in my nose here, and just a tiny bit in the cheeks. And then you want to go ahead and apply some on top of your eyebrow, just a tiny bit, like that. So for the lips, I'm using this lip liner right here, and I just did the line it up here, and just shade it in a little. So now I'm gonna use this matte lipstick. It's like a peach color. You could use your favorite lipstick. It doesn't matter. This eyeshadow goes with any color lipstick, including red. If you want to use red, it will look perfectly good with red. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this to shade in. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So here's a close-up look.